This is the main event at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center. It is time to rock and roll. Rougrider Poker Tour, main event.
Feeling broken down, bleeding, not quite defeated. Searching for the answers, but not yet believing. Look in the mirror, don't like what I'm seeing these days. Leading the meaning to this life that I'm leading. Time to release all the fear that I'm feeling. Reaching out for someone who really sees me. Now I'm every day winning. I won't stop till I succeed. Not until I find a need to survive.
Welcome to the main event of one of the most pivotal stops to date in the Rougrider Poker Tour in Billings, Montana, as we're battling it out for the $10,700 Player of the Year prize at the end. Many of the heavy hitters are going to be here today, taking each other on and aiming for that $10,000 prize at the end of the year. Is this poker tournament grind today going to follow suit with the rumbling thunderstorms outside? Or is everything going to be coming up rainbows as we skyrocket our way to the top of the leaderboard and catch the likes of Terry Ketterer and Schuchard right at the top? This is the sign I needed. Okay, that's it. Turning the corner. We're gonna find a way to stay positive. It's a rough day. It's been a adventurous, difficult weekend, but I'm not giving up. And the Player of the Year race, there's still plenty of time, and I can get back tomorrow and I can just win that second chance tournament. And I'm just gonna go for it. Okay, so he's one of the guys we're trying to chase. We're getting a little drama with the Montana Player of the Year. I'm number 7.
Tuffy Terry.
We got a main event running Tuffy Terry.
On a roll.
So I think you're like 3rd or 4th.
Second.
Oh, second. That's a second. That makes sense with all those things.
Not that I'm counting, but 32 points behind.
And never count out Mikiyo Aoki, one of the best poker players around, who we get to play with today, who has a great chance of challenging all of us for Player of the Year in Montana.
You're glad I wasn't in there?
And perhaps our toughest competitor for this Player of the Year race just might be Dave Ouellette, who's one of the hottest players out there right now, who just had a crazy run in Las Vegas, cashing in almost every tournament he played and getting a 3rd place at the Venetian. And I would be remiss to mention one of the biggest threats right now to the leaderboard, Shane Broesder, who just got 2nd place in the Monster Stack for $8,300, who's now right into 3rd place, just above Mikiyo Aoki. So we'll see what happens in the main event. It's anybody's game. This is the main event at the Billings Hotel and Convention Center. It is time to rock and roll. Rougrider Poker Tour, main event. I believe we've cashed the last 3 main events. Cashed 1 out of 2 yesterday. Seriously, let's do this. We're about to rain some intense aggression selectively and be everyday winning. Look at that. I see the guys right there. Wow, this room is filled. It's gonna be huge. Let's go. Everyday winning at the Rougrider Poker Tour. Let's go.
Where is you guys' laundry at? Okay, how much does it cost for like, do you guys have like a quarter machine?
This is what happens when you spend all
And
summer in
what's
Vegas.
the
And I have no clue
to split
clothes.
them up? Okay. Cool. And you guys sell soap at the front desk too? Okay. Thank you.
let's not forget that we're sweating my buddy T. Cole from Hendra, Minnesota, and Kevin Ellis from Billings on this main event ride. The Adventures of Miles and T. Cole. Laundry. It's not easy. I did loan him a pair of clean underwear and socks because that's just what you do. One hit after the next. You know, I think in looking at like the summer and the World Series and stuff and trying to look at all my plays and how I went out of different tournaments and things like that, it was really kind of hard for me to find spots where I kind of made, big errors. It may be like I'm passing up on some spots or missing some bluff attempts or steal attempts or whatever, but I will say that today, just being, completely transparent, I feel like I just didn't have my A game. I was trying to force things at times. I wasn't patient like I've been. And I think part of it is that I came in with the mentality of wanting to go for it and not miss out on spots. But I definitely think I overdid it. And maybe the 14-hour day yesterday and traveling and things like that. I know yesterday I felt really good about how I played in the Omaha and in the Monster Stack. So there may be an element of, fatigue setting in and all the time from Vegas. So I got to probably give myself a little bit of a break there. But, have one more tournament tomorrow. The second chance tournament, which all these are key for, obviously profitability, but also for Montana Player of the Year. So get some rest tonight and then get back to it tomorrow and forgive myself for whatever mistakes were made today. Just a quick look at some of the familiar names that we have here on the table. On my immediate left is Robert Payton. On his left, we've got Eric Kraft in the 3 seat, and we have Tim McFarland in the 5 seat. We also know Shane in the 8 seat. And in general, this is just a very tough table. A couple more still shots of my first table here. We have Tim McFarland here, and this next player is Brandon Lucky, who just cashed in the main event, made a nice run. And in this last shot, we've got Robert Payton, Eric Kraft, and reigning Montana Player of the Year, Lee Wynn, who's sitting on my left. I got the reigning Montana Player of the Year sitting to my left. Lee Wynn. Okay, can you teach me how to get Player of the Year? What do you got to do?
What you gotta do?
You gotta win Deadwood?
You gotta win Deadwood. That's the main one.
Okay, you won Deadwood last year. Now this seems like it might be an innocuous hand here as I raise the King 10 suited, and the big blind here leads out for 5,000, which is a pot size bet. But it actually plays into this episode quite a bit because we see a lot of people in this type of a field donk leading into the pre-flop raiser. And this is something we're going to talk about on this hand in particular because it leads to the next hand against this player. But we'll get into other players as the episode continues. But in this case, we see that he's probably capped at an ace, a weak ace, and we're going to go ahead and fold the gut shot because it's very easy to do so, and we're going to learn from this when we play another hand against him in just a few minutes. Now here comes that next hand that I promised you, where we have another donk lead from the same player. Robert Payton in this case raised under the gun +1. Small blind called, and we come along with ace-3 offsuit, getting the right price to call. The flop comes ace-6-3, and here he is donk leading on this flop. We smashed the flop with top and bottom pair, and some people might be a little scared and want to raise because they could get counterfeited. But we're actually just going to flat call here and try to get to a turn where we can get some more value based on the run out. So we call, Robert folds, and now we've got a turn card of a 9. He leads out here, and this is where we got to start making some money. He leads for 2,000. I raise to 8,000. When people are leading out with their top pairs, they don't like to fold, and this is where we need to get value when we have hands like sets and 2-pair. On the river, which is a 10, which isn't an ideal card because ace-10 is in his range, he leads for 5,000, which is only about 25 to 30% pot. And this is where I think some people might just smooth call because they're concerned about a better 2-pair. But this is where we need to make value and find the thin value. So I go ahead and raise to 20,000 and get paid off by the ace-jack, as we can see here. So very important to get thin value in tournaments when we have the best hand against these somewhat marginal hands by the river. Kelly's back. Alex, what's up? Alex, tell everybody your last name.
Alex Powell, Bozeman.
This guy's amazing. What are you gonna say? Oh, we need to get you. We gotta get another Cash Game vlog at the Cat Spa.
Yes, we do.
That was money, and you should come with us. Cat Spa vlog.
Tonight?
No, someday,
Cat Spa.
someday.
Oh, Cat Spa. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yes,
All right, every day
Every
with
day
me,
with
Alex.
you guys.
Let's go, boys. All right, we're at break. It is 1 minute 35 seconds on breaks. We got to cruise. But we just won a really nice hand that where I have ace-3 in the big, and we get maximum value. So that's an important hand. Let's
Good
all right.
morning. How you doing?
Every day with That's right. It's a Mikiyo sighting. Mikiyo Aoki.
Poker Crusher. Let's go.
Not that I necessarily want to knock Brandon out, but I just want to get some chips.
Check. 5. Can you push that closer to me?
Wow. Randy gets it again.
Seat open.
Another pivotal hand today happened to be against my nemesis, Shane, at this table. I have the King Jack suited. We open, he flats out of the blinds, we have position. He's a sticky player and he's aggressive, which plays into this hand. Flop comes King 9-8, 2 spades. He checks, we bet 3,000, he just calls. We're in really good shape. The turn is actually a pretty good card for us. It's a 7. We have a jack, so we have top pair, and we have the straight blocked, and we have a gut shot. We bet 5,000, and he check raises to 20,000. And I'm like, is this guy crazy? Is he semi-bluffing? Is he bluffing? I'm not going away just yet, and I call the 15,000. River's a brick, and he bets 25,000. And of course, we fortunately find the fold and find out a few hands later, he had King 7 of spades. So he flopped top pair with the flush draw, turn 2 pair. So the 7 was the one that killed us. Anyway, tough hand when you have somebody dominated and they get there, but that's poker. This guy that crushed me all day, Shane, he's out the door. Yeah, he had my number, but he said he had it every time, and I think I believe him. But I want to run through one of the hands right now. Everybody's getting out here. So he raises to 3,500 at 1K big blind. Keith, what do you think if someone raises to 3,500 at 1K big blind?
In what position?
In the cutoff. Weak. It's weakness. They're just trying to steal the blinds, or they have a hand like 10s that they don't like very much. Anyway, I whack it up to 16,000, 3-bet Shane, and he just 4-bet piles in our face. And it's like, I lit 16K on fire like it was my job. And he said just now that he had queens, which makes sense. But my question for him is, why are you raising to 3,500 with queens and getting no action? Anyway, that was one of the 3 hands I lost to Shane. Thought it was fine. But yeah, I mean, you don't win tournaments by not trying. You gotta take some shots. All right, I busted the 625 main on first bullet, and you know, I actually chipped up to like 75, 80,000, and then I don't know. I wish I could explain what happened. I just kind of got whittled down in numerous pots. I would honestly say that I was not zoned. I was like, my reads have been so on during the World Series and stuff, and I was reading a little bit too much into people's bet sizing and things like that. I had a hand against Shane that was kind of a standard hand, but he 3-outed me on the turn. It was really hard to see, and I maybe could have folded to his check raise, but that cost me an extra 15,000. And then I 3-bet him when he raised really big, and he just had it. So these, you know, adjusting to the sizings and the differentiation between WSOP and then coming back here. And then just tens against ace queen button versus big blind. But in general, I mean, no egregious errors, but when you're playing at 1,000 and 1,200 big blind and you start losing pots, then you get put in danger. So now I'm going to come in again, and the blinds will be 1,200, 6, 12, 12, and then they'll go up to 1,500. So next level will be around 30 big. So let's come in and win the first big pot. We're back. Table 6, seat 1. Try to get to know a bunch more players. I can see who's at this table. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. Let's go. It's about time I get to play with Mikiyo early on a day one. See what's going on. Oh, and Alex too. Okay, here we get a shot of this whole table. Boom, 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 boom. Nancy, Alex. Oh my god. Gabe. I'm gonna double up through Gabe in like the first hand. There we go. It's a quick shot of my new table here. I've actually got Tom on my immediate left, who's from the Missoula area, a very good player. We see Mikiyo Aoki, who's gonna be very difficult to contend with always. And then we've got Gabe Gaddis. He's from Wyoming, become a friend. He's on Mikiyo's left. And then Alex from Bozeman is in the 9th seat. So ready to rock and roll the new table.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of playing karaoke, but that's way more fun. All of his chicks talk. Whoa, your bass. You gotta show He's been running some big coolers.
It's pretty clear. That's how I roll them. I get some.
You still have like 200 chips.
80 to 8.
Dude, that's what I'm talking about. I was like, what would Cole do here? 80 and then 280.
Just give me
You're glad I wasn't in there? Just.
3,000. So on this new table we come in, it's very aggressive. People are playing really well. Very strong players on this table. Much more aggressive and much more disciplined than the previous table even. And I raised and c-bet with ace jack, folded to a check raise on 10-9 deuce to a guy that was actually one of the more maniacal players. And then this hand you just saw here where we raise with nines and c-bet and win. It's kind of how the session's been going. You raise with nines, flop still comes ace high, but somehow we won this pot. And then the more interesting hand was the one I had 10-8 of diamonds, and I knew I was gonna have to mix it up if I was gonna get paid at this table. And I didn't wanna get pushed around with having one of the smaller stacks coming in off a shorter stack. So I raised 10-8 of diamonds off my stack. I get called by the button in the blinds. The flop comes ace, king, queen, all spades. So completely whiffed. The button bets, I'm likely to fold. He checks. Turn is a king, ace, king, queen, king. The blind checks again. I fire 4,000, which is roughly like 30% pot, and they snap fold. And I don't normally like to show bluffs at tables like this that are very tough, but I was setting up what I hope would be an image after dinner to get paid by one of these very good players. We'll see how that works out. Dinner break. Tico's got chips. Let's go.
I got a bunch of shit.
What do you have? Count yet?
Enough to play with. I'm hungry.
A lot. I just grabbed us the spot for food. So 180, 730. 90 left. Let's go. Come on. We're running deep. We're running deep every day. Running deep. Dinner break.
Yeah.
T-Cole repping everyday winning. Oh, we got a little bit. Okay. Two of the best. Maybe the two best. Two of the best. Nancy, Michaela. Norv, what's up? Bozeman. He just took down a big tournament according to these guys. He said he blind squirreled it, but Alex was telling me that Norv's a pro. And don't forget about Rick Leonard. The first ever vlog we did at 48th North Dakota. This guy.
That was one of them.
Yeah. And that was so fun. I thought everybody was gonna be so mad about the camera because I'm like, this is small town North Dakota, and everyone's like telling jokes and they're like, you know, they all want to get on the camera. I was like, and they have flip phones and like no social media, you know? It's crazy.
For sure.
All right, good luck. Good luck. Chip stack, he's got you. Oh God, Alex is at my table. How do you feel about our table right now?
We got a tough spot, man. Good table play. Excited for after the breakdown.
Yeah, I'm gonna double through Mikiyo. I've already decided, or Gabe. Mikiyo or Gabe. All right. Kevin Ellis, my man. He's carrying the team right now. How many?
140.
140,000. So you and T. Cole are both doing well.
Okay.
Miles is at around 55,000. Plenty to work with. What are the blinds coming back? 2,500?
1,000, 2,000.
1,000, 2,000? All right, got plenty of time. We're gonna run this out. Me and Kevin and Tico and Brooks.
What's up, guys?
This guy's the man. Is this your first appearance on the vlog?
I think so.
After dinner break, I had the not so good fortune of having Robert Payton come back. Third time I play with him, sits down 2 to my left, and then this faded hand happens. So, I was about to do the hand history of how I busted one of my 3 bullets today. And my friend Robert Payton was the man who did it. All right. We are in a multi-way limped pot. I have Queen 8 of clubs on the button. I limp against limpers. He checks his big blind. We're not going to tell you what he had till the end. The flop comes Jack 8-6 with 1 club. He leads out. I raise. He snap jams. Okay. Now, I want you guys to think about what you think Robert might have. Jack 8-6. Now I'm in the blender. Okay. Tell him what you had, Robert. Ace Jack. In my mind, okay, there's a couple other hands earlier. I talked about capped ranges. I think he's capped at a very weak Jack. And I'm thinking he's folding like 90% to my raise here. But the problem is, once I raised him, I totally committed myself to the pot because I just saw him get it all in with an open-ended straight draw like 5 minutes before that. So I had to call. We had outs. We didn't get there. But him leading out for a decent-sized bet on the pot, that's what got me. That was a great play. And, you know, sometimes you just got to give your opponents credit for making a great play. And now you got chips. What do you have for chips? 286. We are going to be rooting for Mr. Robert Payton tomorrow. Nice job, man. Everyday winning.
Everyday winning, my friend.
Let's go. So I want to follow up this Robert Payton hand really quick before you guys hardcore judge me for raising with Queen 8 on a Jack 8-6 flop. So we'd played a hand previously where I raised with Ace 6 in position, flop nothing. There's 2 clubs on the flop. We have Ace of clubs. And the board was Jack 7, 4, deuce. And he leads in a very polar spot where his hand is screaming like a Jack, a 7, or maybe even a complete bluff. And I have the Ace of clubs, so I whack it up on the turn. He thinks for a little while and folds. So I did have a history of this kind of a spot against this player. So when he let out, I really was thinking there's a good chance that he's leading into 5 people. How does he have a hand as good as Ace Jack? So anyway, now Robert knows how to play against me. I'm gonna have to have it next time. I got some bad news, Keith.
What is it?
They got us. Second time.
We're down, but we're not out.
We have one more try. Oh, you know what that is? That's my double up calling. Table 11, seat 5. Look at all these players that we get to get in the vlog. Should I just vlog every hand? Let's do that. Let's vlog every hand for a while. Then we can do like the fast pace, like Jack 8, 7-4. Let's do it. Every hand vlogging. So it's like everyday winning, every hand vlogging. So here I am sitting down at my third table. Unfortunately, getting needled by the guy 2 to my right accidentally when he asked how I finished today, but that was actually the Monster Stack tournament that I busted last night, 7 from the money. Anyway, I'm chatting with the new people. Justin Fowler, who I stayed with in Vegas for 8 nights, is on the table. Other than that, a lot of people I don't know, so we'll see what happens at this new table.
Did I get the guy too? Did you get in the morning? Are you in the morning?
I see you.
It depends on how many people came through. I think there's a day 12 and a half.
Okay.
If we're not in the money, we'll be close. I'll be on the bubble.
Rip. Fucked up.
All in call on 11. You got 64.
No good.
That's it. Good game. Good game, man. Nice catch.
Pretty big. So what are we doing with 8-8 on this spot? So we raised 5,000. We're up 25 bigs, and both blinds call. And throughout much of today, there's just been a lot of loose play, a lot of gambling, a lot of defending of the blinds. It's just all my tables have been pretty loose. So when it comes 9-7-6, you know, I'm betting this flop. You know, I should 100% bet this flop with an open ender and what's potentially the best hand. And when the small blind jams, it was just like, it was frustrating at first because, you know, I don't want to be in a spot where I'm calling with very little equity. But once I did the math, I should have already known that when I bet, I should snap call because he has all kinds of combinations that I'm beating. He has, you know, he has flush draw, he has second pair. Even if he has, you know, just a 9, we have like 40% equity. But yeah, he has the 6-4 diamonds, and, you know, you got to win these flip spots to get chips in these tournaments. So frustrating end to the day, and frustrating to bust, you know, semi-early at 2K big blind. But that was just kind of how the day went, and after some reflection on it, yeah, there are some things that I wish I had done differently. Definitely felt like I was a little bit in a hurry. And if I had to do over again, I would have started at the earlier levels. But rest is important too. But tomorrow, the series saver, the Montana Player of the Year race is on. One hit after the next. You know, I think in looking at like the summer and the World Series and stuff, and trying to look at all my plays and how I went out of different tournaments and things like that, it was really kind of hard for me to find spots where I kind of made, you know, big errors. It may be like I'm passing up on some spots or missing some bluff attempts or steal attempts or whatever, but I will say that today, just being, you know, completely transparent, I feel like I just didn't have my A game. I was trying to force things at times. I wasn't patient like I've been. And I think part of it is that I came in with the mentality of wanting to go for it and not miss out on spots. But I definitely think I overdid it. and maybe the 14-hour day yesterday and traveling and things like that. I know yesterday I felt really good about how I played in the Omaha and in the Monster Stack. So there may be an element of, fatigue setting in and all the time from Vegas. So I got to probably give myself a little bit of a break there. But, have one more tournament tomorrow. The second chance tournament, which all these are key for, obviously profitability, but also for Montana Player of the Year. So get some rest tonight and then get back to it tomorrow and forgive myself for whatever mistakes were made today. When I used to bus tournaments, I would have to get so far away from where the tournaments were and just get the heck out of there. And I didn't want to be in the same casino or the same room or whatever. And now taking some time to really process when things don't go very well. Believe it or not, I actually really enjoy going and following and reporting and supporting the people who are still in tournaments. And it's really changed kind of how I view everything. So I don't know what's happening downstairs. I don't know who's winning or what's going on, but I go in there kind of as a supporter, but also as somebody who's just wanting to bring the news to you guys as far as what's been happening in the tournament. You turn into kind of like the media guy. So it's like we're vlogging my tournament, but then it's important to vlog that tournament. And honestly, coming back from Vegas, it's just, I feel so much more connected to the people that play here and the people that I've known for years and, and the people who I know from here that were out in Vegas. So it's fun to go out and see how people are doing even when I'm out of the tournament. So we'll see what's going on downstairs. Update on our traveling partner, Tico. Max late regs gets in, runs it up. We're down to 38 players out of 213.
What's that? Yes, thank you.
22,000.
Yeah, let's go. My mom used to be in the suits, brother. It's not weird. It's only weird if you think it's weird.
It's on the floor. They're taking it down. Let's get two phones.
That makes sense.
I thought you'd think I was just ripping.
Also be a second chance tournament. So tomorrow will be exciting. Another awesome episode where we will do a multi-way episode where we have day 2 of this tournament with this guy. Hopefully he's still in 16 minutes. We also have 5% of him. So we have some money sweat going on. Let's go. And the second chance, which I'm going to win. I'm going to get my first trophy. I don't want the bracelet, Keith. I want the trophy. Tell me there's a trophy or I'm not coming.
There's not a trophy.
Okay, so Keith's going to make me a trophy overnight. All right. Everyday with
Your name on top.
a plaque. Okay,
We
we get
got
a
custom made.
Okay, we get a plaque. That's all we want. And mostly the Player of the Year points. I'll give you an update at the end of the day with the people who are still in from the main, the Player of the Year. 2 more fun sweats here for you for Player of the Year. We have Cole McFarland, who's cashed in 2 events already, and Alex Smith, who we've gotten to know pretty well from Casper, Wyoming. He was the one who won the tournament that we chopped here in Billings, right here at the convention center. So Alex is crushing right now. He has a bunch of chips. And Cole has a shot right now of cashing in his 3rd tournament of this weekend. So both those guys are going to be forces in the Player of the Year race. So that's our main event 600 update for today as we are approaching the money bubble. End of day one. Bagging and tagging. Wow. Reigning Montana Player of the Year Lee wins 620,000 chips. Robert Payton with 286,000 chips. Here's some other familiar faces. Leonardo Valenzuela. We're still playing one more hand. That's Mike Morgan and Peter Asmuth. He won't leave me hanging this time. Oh, he did. He's leaving me hanging. Let's go. Let's go. No, Peter. Hey, let's go, man. What's our chip count?
878.
Chip lead?
No, not chip leader.
We're calling favorite. Favorite.
Oh, no way.
Wait,
No way.
Wait,
Favorite.
how many chips you got?
Favorite. 426. One double up through Alex, which is easy to do. Chip lead, baby. Let's go.
I love these guys. Good luck, man. All right. These two guys are buddies. It's such a great story. How are you guys so nice? Peter, these guys are almost as nice as these guys, Bozeman guys.
Yeah, no, I love playing with the Casper guys.
Yeah, they're really awesome. I love them. All right. I got a lot of good guys to root for. Oh, wait, there's Mike Morgan. Mike Morgan, good job, buddy.
Hey, what's up? Everyday winning.
Let's go. Maybe 2-time cash? I don't know.
Maybe.
All right, you got this. See you tomorrow. T. Cole.
I wish I would have won that last hand.
That's my guy. Let's go. Well done, sir. Well done. Everyday bagging. See, we're still coming out with rainbows. I mean, it's poker. It's awesome. Great people. Well done, Keith. Good day. Patrick, let's go. The man. Everyday winning. Guys, it's one of my favorite people from South Dakota. It's Alan. What's your last name, Alan?
Alan Lee.
Alan Lee, I knew that. Alan Lee was a part of like the epic celebration from 2022 Deadwood MSPT when I got second place. That was one of the best memories of poker.
That was like my first one too.
That was so awesome. Cool. We did singing. I got my guitar out of the car. And we played and sang, and we had the whole bar to ourselves.
Bloody nose. The bloody nose in Deadwood. That's what was that.
So now we get to root for Alan, and you have how many chips?
344. So
let's go. We have so many great rooting interests. Wait, here's another one. Leonardo Valenzuela. Leo, how many chips you got?
123.
Guaranteed final table.
I kind of thought so myself.
All right, let's go, Leo. We root for him too. It's going to be a fun day too. We got so many great people. One final update on our Player of the Year race. So we have all of the heavy hitters now gone from the main event. So there's not going to be any of the major players that were in the lead getting points from the main event, which for me is fortunate. Terry Ketterer out, Mikiyo Aoki out, Shane Broesder, who just crushed the monster stack, did not make day 2 of the main, Lance Schuchard out, and Dave Ouellette out. So we're in a position where with a strong finish in the series saver tomorrow, we can still make up some ground on this trip. However, Alex Smith has a bunch of chips in the main tournament, and Cole McFarland's going for his 3rd cash of the weekend. So both of these players are a threat, and both very good players. So we'll see what happens on the final day. This is the sign I needed. Okay, that's it. Turning the corner. We're gonna find a way to stay positive. It's a rough day. It's been a adventurous, difficult weekend, but I'm not giving up. I'm the Player of the Year race. There's still plenty of time, and I can get back tomorrow. I can just win that second chance tournament. I'm just gonna go for it.
everyday winning.